everyone, and welcome back to Her Crown, where we are all about growing in our faith, growing in our relationships, and growing as women. Today on Let's Really Find Out, I wanted to do this segment on Ruth. Last week I did Esther, just really showcasing a woman who was very dedicated with her purpose and not allowing her a desire for her husband get in the way of what it is she felt the need to do. So on today, I wanted to do Ruth because she is a very famous woman in the Bible. And before I started writing or in my notebook or kind of thinking about what it is I wanted to talk about, I was like, I didn't want to just focus on Boaz, because that's what really comes to mind when I think of Ruth. Like, I think about how, she kind of waited and received the man that God had for her, which is true and it's fine and it's wonderful. I just really wanted to focus on the fact that Ruth decided to move to a foreign land in general, even though she could have just went back to her family. So if you don't know, Naomi is Ruth's mother-in-law, and Naomi's husband died, and then her two sons died. In which, of course, one of her sons were Ruth's husband. So when they died, Naomi, she was, of course, sad and just kind of depressed. And she was like, look, Ruth, go ahead and just move back with your family. Just move on home. Just basically let me be. Let me go back to my home because I have nothing for you. I can't have any more children. And she's like, what are you going to do? Wait for me to birth another kid and then you marry him? So she was basically saying I have nothing for you. And Ruth basically was she didn't take no for an answer. She was like, I'm going with you no matter what. And I think that honestly shows a lot because Ruth could have went home. She could have went with her family to a land she knew. But she decided to stay with Naomi and go with her. And I think that really just shows her heart. That's a very selfless thing to do, to follow someone who is heartbroken and depressed, but yet she did whatever she could do to be with her and give her that helping hand and comfort Naomi. So they go to Naomi's homeland, and just sidebar, I'm not kind of getting in the specifics or as far as the names and location and all that. Go read it also. I'm kind of just giving it just short summary of what is going on. I like to keep it simple, but I also encourage you to go read it for yourself also to get more wisdom and knowledge for yourself. Okay, so they're at the Naomi's homeland, and they're there with, of course, no husbands or anything, and they are without money. So they're like, okay, we need to work. So of course, Ruth is the younger woman, so she would be the one to work, and she's out looking for a job, and she basically finds land that she could work at, and there's other women working the land, and there's other men there too, and she lands that job, and it happens to be the field that Boaz owns. So he's like the owner, like the manager. Owner would be the right term. He's like the owner of it. So when he sees her, he just finds so much favor in her. He adores her basically, and it wasn't even really about the looks. He adored the fact that she moved all this way with Naomi. He was attracted to her heart, the fact that she put other people before her, and so that's what drew him in. And I don't think people really give emphasis on that a lot, or at least not that I have heard. So he finds favor with her, and they're working there, and he is basically telling all the other workers, look, leave her alone, don't mess with her, telling all the other young men to don't touch her, and was telling the young women to basically show her around, teach her what to do type thing. So he really wanted to put that out there, that he was protecting her, and he cared about her. He didn't want nothing happening to her, and that happened instantly. So she goes home from work. She has all this stuff that she got from work, and then Naomi is like, where'd you get that from? And Ruth is like, well, I got it from working with Boaz. And then they're talking about him, and basically they come to the conclusion what Naomi does, that Ruth needs someone to take her in as far as a husband. And of course, Boaz was the perfect candidate for that position. So Naomi's basically telling her, look, um, get cute, get nice, wash up, smell good, all that, and then go visit him at night. So, Ruth, of course, she respects Naomi. She's like, okay, I'll do it. So Naomi goes to visit him at night. She's laying by his feet. She uncovers his feet. Um, and there's so many different um, meanings of what uncovering the feet means. And I would say go and look for yourself. I kind of have my own idea of what it means, but like I don't know if mine's exactly the best interpretation, but go out and research more so on what the specifics and all that because I just have my own interpretations, like I said. So she went uncovered his feet, and he wakes up and he's like, "Who is that?" And she says, "It's Ruth." And she is basically telling or confessing the fact that she wants to be his wife. And of course he's down for it because, like I said, he favored her from the beginning. So basically, they're just confessing how they would like to become one, marry each other. So, but he's like, there's one problem. There's someone else. There's another man who is first or next in line to marry Ruth. And he's like, well, I could handle this business tomorrow. Basically, he could go and speak with the man and see if he wants to marry Ruth or not. So he's like, so you just lay here, go to sleep, and we'll handle business the next day or tomorrow. So the next day comes, and he meets with the man who was next in line to marry Ruth. And they're talking it out, and there's witnesses around too, so they can know like how stuff really went down in case somebody lies or whatever, just to have witnesses. So the man and Boaz, they're talking it out, and Boaz is just saying how he's next in line, and you can marry Ruth if you want to. And the man is, I honestly don't remember his name right now. The man is basically saying, yeah, I'll do it. And then when Boaz tells him that you have to take the land, the man's like, hold on, wait, that's going to mess up my current um, business deals. I'm trying to make it modern. So he's like, look, you go ahead and marry her because I'm not trying to mess up what I have going on over here. So of course, that's a great thing because I just picture it as like Boaz being a little nervous because he had to do the right thing and tell the guy to go ahead and marry her. And then when he hears that the man can't anymore, I feel like he just gets excited on the inside. That's how I picture it. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to set up the whole scene and whatnot. So, and they decide that Boaz is going to marry Ruth, and assigned to like finalize a business ordeal. I think one guy, or was it Boaz, took a shoe off and handed it over, which that's not really important. But yeah, so they finalized the agreement, and Boaz and Ruth, they get married. They have a son, and which is lineage to Jesus, which I didn't know that until I was just reading it now. Um, so Naomi, she ends up being the baby's nanny, which I thought that was so cute. I didn't know that either. There's a whole lot I didn't know, and reading it I learned a whole lot also when trying to make these videos. So like I'm learning just as much as I'm teaching or spreading insight. Um, so yeah, so Naomi was the nanny, and so she was still part of the family. I thought that was really cute that she was able to still be a part of the family and not just left alone while she was old and like die alone, But anyway, so yeah, I think it is very important to really focus on the fact that Ruth wasn't just a woman who was just sitting back and waiting for her Boaz to come. Like she was helping others, she was working, she had a kind heart. So I think as we wait for our Boaz, we need to make sure that we are women who are kind-hearted, who has a heart for others, who's willing to work when we have to, who takes care of business. Like we do our part as well as waiting for our Boaz. So like I said, I want to get on here and just make a quick video, like nothing long, but just giving some insight, a new perspective or outlook on Ruth. Uh, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. Um, Continue to look out for my video on Friday for Sipping Tea with Jesus. I think that's going to be a fun video to do with in regards to friendships. So yes, look out for that video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at hercrown__. So yes, thank you for listening to this video, even though it was short, but I like to keep it short and sweet. So thank you and have a good day.